Welcome to Talk About Art with Salina Jane. Today we're going to look at some repeating patterns, things like these tiles which you can find in lots of different places in the house. And these ones were from Lisbon, where they have them in the street and they have them on houses inside and outside. So there are lots of different tiles that all when joined together create one big pattern. So we're going to look at how we do that today, and this is an example of one created by a student where they've taken one drawing, that's one tile there, and they've added them all together. So that's what we're going to do today, and the equipment that you need to do this is we need a pen to draw with. You can use a pencil to draw first if you want to, and a rubber, and some colour pencils or colour markers or whatever you want to use to colour in your image. You're also going to need a pair of scissors and some masking tape or some sellotape. So let's get started. So the first step that we're going to do is we're going to draw our image onto the middle of a page. So this is an A4 sheet of paper, but you can use any type of paper, and I've just drawn a pencil image of a sleeping cat. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to draw my sleeping cat. So this is actually my cat. He's called Magic, and he's a Bengal, and he's very cheeky. So I'm going to have one eye open, and then he's going to have one eye closed like he's sleeping. So it's quite good to do this in a nice bold pen. So I'm using a Sharpie, but you can use different types of pens if you want to. You can use colour pencils. It really doesn't matter, whatever you have to hand, whatever's easy. And one important thing with this image is to keep it on the page, so you don't want it to touch the edges. So you can see here it's almost touching the edges, but not quite. So keep your image onto the page. I'm going to have one more foot in there, and it's got quite sharp claws, my cat, and so there we go. And he's also going to have some stripes. So I'm not going to colour it in yet, but we will do later on. Put a bit of colour onto Magic the Bengal. One thing he does have is he has lots of spots, so I'm going to draw his spots in now. So that's my sleeping cat. I'll give him a couple of ear whiskers as well. Okay, it's a very simple image to start with, but really you could draw anything. So you could draw a dragon, or you could draw a pattern, you could draw a teapot or a cup or cupcakes. So whatever you want to draw. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to rub the pencil lines out. I might be shaking the camera a little bit, sorry about that. So I'm just going to rub that out. Now we want to create a repeating pattern. So we're going to cut our picture up. I know, sounds a bit scary cutting your picture up, but it's going to be okay. So what we do is we fold our piece of paper into half, and I'm going to make sure that the edges meet nicely up here along the top. I'm going to fold that in half there, and I'm going to cut it like this. Cut it along the top, and then I'm going to swap those two around. So the top of the cat is at the bottom of the cat is at the top. And then I'm going to tape those edges together. And put some tape at the ends here. And then I'll put some tape along the middle there. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it the other way. So this time I'm going to fold it this way. So we fold it across, make sure the edges fit there. And then I'm going to cut along the top here. Once you've got it cut like this, you're going to move them and swap them so they sit like this on the other side. So move the right hand to the left hand, and then you're going to stick those pieces together. Okay, and make sure you get the ends nicely matched up. Put some masking tape down the middle to keep that. I'm going to put some there as well so that I don't have any gaps. So that's one part of my pattern done. Now what I need to do is draw a pattern in the middle, and I'm going to draw some mice. So one important thing with this piece is you don't want it touching the edges because you want a repeating pattern. So I'm going to use a thinner pen here because I want my mice to be kind of smaller and a bit more delicate than how I have done my cat. So that's my little mouse there. Don't forget my tail. I think I'll do some more. I'll do a few mice so we have like a sort of playful group of mice here. And you can take your time over this. I'm just going to do them very quickly so that we can just see how they go there. Another one up here. Little hands. Put the mouse tail coming here. You just need to give it some little things there. Oh, we have a little cute little mouse sitting down there as well. And then what you need to do with this, so when you have this pattern, because the cats are at the edge, they will actually be a repeating pattern. So you can colour this image in now, and you can keep putting more here if you wanted to, but make sure it doesn't touch the edges. So this is one I did before, and you can see here I've coloured this one in, and I've got some cats in the middle. I've put some cat toys, and at the corner there's a cat sitting there. So what I did is I photocopied those images so you could see how they join together. So if you've got a photocopier at home, you can do this, but actually they look really nice just on their own. So this is my cat image here. So now I need to find where they go. So I think that goes like this. And here we have our repeating image, which goes like that. It's a fun way of creating a tile and creating a repeating image, which goes like that, so you can see across. Have fun. I hope you have fun making your images. This is Salina Jane for Talk About Art.